everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Kate here. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to get the Volk, which is the third mission creature, and also the Warden at the same time. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys basically some of the ways or some of the methods I use to make it a lot easier to do and 100% easier or faster to do. So basically tips and methods that you can use in order to get this guy or the Warden. Now the reason I'm putting both of these in is basically all you gotta do for the Warden is donate 35,000 and then you get it after you complete all three of these guys. So I'm not necessarily going to be going over anything really with the Warden on anything methods or tips, perks or anything like that. It's really gonna be this guy with the tips and methods and stuff, but the Warden will be in the video as a showcase and also being talked about as well. So with that said, make sure to like, subscribe, and also join the stuff in the description below. And with that said, let's get ahead and get right into it. Okay, so basically this creature is pretty simple in ways. It's more time consuming, but it's also very simple. So you must experience these seasons and weathers with a flyer. It can't be anything else, it has to be a flyer. So something that can fly. I'm not sure if gliders are something that would take points for that, but I would just be something that can actually fly and not glide, because I'm pretty sure it's only flyers that can do this. So basically, with these seasons, as I want to explain something, you have to clearly go through them. Now, I did think at first, I was like, okay, well, if I just keep going into different servers, I'll get different seasons, easy like that. You have to experience the whole thing. So I already have rain, but basically we have summer, winter, cherry blossom, fall, fog, spring, femini, and snow. Now, I had the rain one as well. That was one of the weathers I had to do, and I experienced basically the whole thing. And after you experience the whole season and it changes to another one, it kind of just disappears from this list here. So the list will get smaller and smaller each time that you experience a certain weather. Right now I have cherry blossoms, so I'm pretty sure that as you can see, I think it went away. Yes, it did. That is amazing. It did go away. So as you probably just saw with that change, it goes away after you do that certain weather. I don't know if autumn's in here. I don't necessarily know if that's a thing. It doesn't seem like it is. But you just have to experience the whole season or weather and do that. So it's more time consuming. You just gotta sit there and do nothing basically. You could go in a private server to do this. You can go into a public server. You basically want to just find somewhere safe to actually do it, because a lot of people could try killing you and you don't want that to happen. Now, I've heard a lot of questions about will it save if I leave the game? Yes, it will. I've tested it out before, and it basically saves anything you did. So it could have been any of the quests. It could have been this one, or this one, or possibly this one. It would not make sense because the mission is to do these missions. So they do save if you do leave the game, but I'm pretty sure that if you do leave and you're in a season that you do need, it's not going to count here unless it changes to another season and you go all the way through it. Now, I don't know if joining a game and it's halfway through a season will count, but I do know that once the season changes, it should take off that season or weather if you have that in your list. I'm pretty sure everyone has the same thing in the list for the weathers and seasons, but I'm not exactly sure as autumn was not on my list. So basically, I'm just going to be sitting here for quite a while. I don't know exactly how long I'll be sitting here, but I'm going to be doing stuff in the background. I'd suggest if you're just going to AFK while doing this, find somewhere safe to do it, because people like to be jerks and kill you for no reason whatsoever. If you're on a private server, you don't have to necessarily worry about that, but I'm gonna just be doing stuff in the background as I wait for these type of seasons and weathers. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that it does cost 15,000 shrooms. So if you want to do that, just go to donate and put in 15,000, which you go 15,000. Now you don't want to put any commas in between. It will not let you do this. You want to make sure it just looks like this to donate that type of money. After you do, it's going to show here, as I did already donate 35,000 to this event. I don't think it lets you go any higher. I'm not exactly sure. And you also saw notification says only input numbers. So I already have the shrooms taken care of, but if you need to do that, it will let you know how much you have right here next to it, and you should either have the same amount or more if you're trying to unlock this guy. I also forgot to mention again, I will be also including the Warden in this video as well, as basically the Warden is just you doing all these other missions and having the right amount of shrooms. So basically for the Warden, you want to complete all of these, have them look exactly like this, for example, and then it will let you have it. And you also have to have the 35,000 shrooms. Honestly, I went through this for a good, I would say 3 to 4 hours that I've actually gone through it and got all of these things. And I've been doing it all by myself because I'm pretty sure you can't necessarily trade these. I think these guys you could trade, but you can't trade the Warden. But I've decided to just go through it and also do a video while doing that, so I kind of have time wasted while doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna add the Warden and showcasing and stuff like that for the Warden in this video, as well as there's not really much else to really talk about with the Warden other than showcasing. Okay, so this actually took a lot longer than expected. It took like, I would say 8 good-ish hours. Depending on how lucky you are with the weather, it depends, I guess, on how long that you will be trying to get this guy. And my basic, I would say, tips for this is that you would server hop. So like once you have a season that you have, you would server hop after it changes, because again, you have to wait to the rain, or let's say for example spring, you'd have to wait for spring, and then after you have that, you have to wait for it to end for it to count on these guys. So if you don't know that, after you complete all of the missions, they will reset. So basically you can get these species again. Now if you did do this and you have donated 35,000 shrooms, it will automatically reset once you finally get this guy, which means you also get this guy as well at particularly the same time. So I did freak out about that because I was AFK and I came back and it was all reset, and I was like, oh god, what happened? And I realized that I did complete it and I also got that guy, so it did reset. So if you're freaking out about that, don't worry, you did get them, you just got the missions reset since you already did them. It won't say all of them are completed because I mean, you can get more than one obviously. But another tip you guys can use is also having a flyer that has a good diet, which I mean by that is like it doesn't go down with hunger and thirst as much, and one that's pretty fast, I would say, because you're going to be AFK most of the time with this mission, and it's going to be very hard depending on how lucky you are. It took me like 8 hours to get fog. I don't know how much it would be for all the other guys. It does actually rotate, as I didn't have windstorm the last mission I did for this guy, and now since it's restarted it says windstorm. So I'm pretty sure that different people get different weathers basically for this quest, and not everyone basically has the same ones. Now most of them are the same for people, but I'm guessing that some of them can be different. This is definitely the most time consuming one, but it was pretty okay. Really boring though, it wasn't that fun. But basically this creature that we get from that is a healer, which I'm kind of surprised of. I didn't know this until I got it. Its healing is 200, health, appetite's pretty okay, health is pretty okay. I mean, one of the weakest, I would say, of the group. It is a tier 4, so it is basically one of the weakest because of that, because most of them are like tier 5s. And for some reason this one took the longest, yet is one of the weakest, which makes no sense, but you know, that's something I won't complain. But it is a healer, so that is good. It does have an ability, which is the area wind blast. Now I'm not exactly sure what that does, but it's ability. So it does not have a breath, I don't think. I don't have this as adult. I do have one and it's in the store, but I recently just got this thing killed because I was AFK, and I don't have the adult one at the moment. I will in a second, but I don't think it has a breath. But let me just get the adult one and then we'll move on to the Warden and stuff like that. Okay, so here is the adult version. I did want to show the difference with the male and female. I didn't do these on the last two, but I'm going to do on this one. So basically, the males have these little rings around the, I would call wings basically. And the females have more of these spikes, while the males also have this thing on the top, kind of like a Warden does. So we're gonna actually, I don't know why I clicked male, but we're gonna do that anyway. So we gotta wait for it to grow for a second, because most of the time the ones that you buy from the store, it's just like they take a little bit to grow to a full adult. But it is a cool model. I really do like the style of this guy. I like how his animation is flapping like this, like he doesn't actually touch the ground, which is pretty cool. I don't know if this guy's semi-aquatic. I'm gonna have to check that out. Alright, he finally grew. I mean, look at this. This is pretty cool. I like the design the most out of all of them that I've played. So again, no breath. That kind of sucks, but he is a cool one, and he is definitely a good one to heal people. Again, why is he not semi-aquatic? He looks like he'd be a semi-aquatic. I don't understand that, but we're not going to question it. Now moving on to the Warden. So here we go, is the Novice Warden. Now, I did want to say that this is probably one of the most expensive missions to do, but they're actually one of the easiest if you have those shrooms. I didn't have to do anything other than just put 35,000 shrooms all together with these donations. Again, they do add up, so like 22,500. If you donate more, it would be like, for example, if you did like 10,000, it would be 12,000 and if you added it basically, so you don't have to worry about like doing it individually, which is nice. This guy looks pretty cool. Now this is the male and this is the female. You can see that the female actually has tusk, and I think that's really all that changes, is the female has tusk, which is a little bit of an addition, which is weird, but we're gonna play as this for the purpose of the video. Now this is a Warden, so it's expected to be a little bit weird with the stats for some reason. I don't know why the stats are that weird, but it's technically a new Warden, which is pretty nice. Now this video took a while to do, so that's why it's probably one of the latest videos for this event. Now I'm going to make another one talking about the overall event after this, and basically explaining my feelings on the event. So this Warden does have a breath, and it also has a unique kind of effect on its like feet, I would say. It is a flyable. I don't know if it's a semi-aquatic. I would guess so. It looks like it would be, but again, it's, why is it so slow? Oh my gosh. If we can get to the water. It is not semi-aquatic, but it does fly, and it's a land creature, which is pretty nice. It technically levitates. It doesn't necessarily walk, as you can see. Actually, no, it does. You can see the feet walking. How are those things supporting it? I'm not going to question. But yes, it does have a breath, which if you can actually spray yourself with it. It covers you in mud and helps with the poison and everything. And this is what the breath looks like. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's like a mud breath or like a wind breath. I have not seen that one before, so I'm not exactly sure. But yes, the stats are pretty okay. 10,000 health. I mean, isn't the easiest one like 12,000 health? So I think that this one's less health. Now again, the stats are a little funky with the damage, but again, I think that Wardens, when you fight them, they actually grow in damage basically. So it's a little bit weird there, but it looks pretty nice. The stats are okay. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I'll do another one of those Wardens versus Wardens with this guy added, since it's a new Warden and we haven't added it yet, to kind of see where it lies with the other Wardens. Now, it's a pretty cool model. I really do like it, but that's really all we have for it. We also do have the Water Gale ability for him, and that's kind of all we have for this Warden. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I hope this video did help you. Again, you can also do these missions again if you really wanted to get a second species of these. Now, it all depends on basically the person, I would say. It's really expensive, so I would doubt that you'd be able to get all of them again. But you can also do it if you wanted to, so it's something that you can do. Oh yeah, and I also disconnected for some reason. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!